Hey ho, neighbor.
Hello, everybody. Again?
Hello. Guess who's back?
Back again. D&D.
And it's just us friends.
Yeah. We're the Drink and Drive podcast.
And yeah, that's us.
That's us. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, I was like trying to follow that up with something. I'm like,
well,
shit.
I thought you were going to say your name, but
oh, my name is Angel.
and mine's Jackson.
Yes.
And so we're just a couple of nerdy guys talking about a nerdy topic today.
Yeah. What other topics do we talk about?
We always talk about nerdy stuff. Well, kind of. Would you say like movie reviews?
I mean,
not really.
It's like, I mean, it's like movie nerdiness, you know. It's like because at the end of the day, it's like just like how knowledgeable we are on the movies.
I suppose
things we like about it. And I mean, ultimately, it kind of like plays into the nerdiness because a lot of the time it's like, you know, like superhero movies or fantasy movies or scary movies. Like everybody's a nerd, you know.
I suppose.
Yeah. Like it's all about a matter of perspective, really. Because like if you're looking at like a D&D nerd, right, talking about like the stats and abilities of a character,
sure.
And then you look like a guy who's like really into like sports, and they're looking at their stats,
it's
still
and like
stats. It's still stats, and like it's like there's a parallel there that just makes them a sports nerd, you know.
Okay.
At the end of the day, so like I feel like everybody's a nerd at heart.
Okay, I like that.
You know,
but
that's the way I see it at the very least.
Yes. Okay. That's a good answer. I like that. Yeah. Today though, now that we can actually have things in camera, we are talking about some taverns. Today with the book "The Seeker's Guide to Twisted Taverns."
Yeah, I got that on Kickstarter. Because it was a really cool idea. I've been watching, I've been watching a lot of people on YouTube. Essentially, I got this because of a YouTube. What was this? God, I should really actually.
But it's really cool though that because then you showed it to me and I was like, oh, taverns! I always love exploring like taverns.
Yeah. I was just listening to like a video from this guy too.
But yeah, that's what we're gonna be talking about today because it's actually a really big thing in D&D. I feel like there's
lots of things
pubs,
happen at taverns. It's a good just like social hub, R&R hub, and also like good place to like get information and like knowledge and stuff like that.
Information.
And but I should probably credit the person who made this thing.
Yeah. So while you're
looking that up, oh god, if only we prepared. Oh, if only we prepared for these things. Well, if only we did that. Oh, if only.
We're getting there.
I'll get there. You continue. You continue.
Yeah. So we're gonna start off with one tavern, and if it takes a little while, we'll probably just leave it at that one tavern.
So many things?
Me too. Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna either talk about just one, and that's kind of like what vibe of like taverns are in a way. Mm-hmm. Something just crashed in the other room.
It's probably just all my hopes and dreams. It's fine. Just continue.
But anyway, so that's what we're gonna do today. We're just gonna give a brief, I guess, just glance of what tavern stuff is all about. I guess. Yeah.
So. Yeah. What are we going to start with?
So, we are going to start with a tavern called The Dancing Horse.
Yes, The Dancing Horse. Yeah. I guess oh god, this is so embarrassing. Anyway, Dancing Horse, what's all about it? It's just this tavern's Kickstarter. I think it's like an elderman.
It's an eldermancy.
Yeah, it's an eldermancy
product.
Yeah, so I know they did like a whole Grim Hollow.
Oh, yeah.
I think I might have briefly mentioned that to you. It's like a very like spooky gothic horror type of vibe for that.
You were definitely telling me about that.
Yeah.
So it was very cool.
Yeah. This is Tavern. So starting with Dancing Horse.
So this is the Dancing Horse, and this is the one that you told me to check out because
I knew you were going to like it because you were going to understand all of those references because you are the biggest Lord of the Rings nerd that I am currently aware of.
Yeah, I hope so.
I
can't wait until if you find somebody else that's even nerdier than me.
Nerdier than you? Like, I don't know. I'll have to go to like fucking, I don't know, England. And, oh my god, hold on. Kitty interference!
Yeah, kitty interference.
Put in the sound bit.
I don't have the... Oh yeah, we should get a...
There it is. Kitty interference.
Kitty interference. should really have the sound effect for that.
Yeah.
Now we need one.
It's been a regular thing. It's earned it. It's more than earned it at this point.
Anyway, so yeah, the dancing horse is basically the prancing pony from Lord of the Rings.
Obviously.
So yeah, there is so many references. Lord of the Rings things here.
I wonder how many we
caught. Quite a few, actually.
There's quite a few.
There's quite a few. The first one, actually, is pretty much this tavern is in... I guess it's in a small town. I guess you can put it whatever you want. It's not, like, specific about it.
Yeah,
which is nice.
That's the nice thing, actually, about a lot of these places. Like, you kind of count... They're not, like, setting specific. You can really just like place them wherever you need them. It's like a good variety of them, and I feel like the dancing horse is like a good just like starter adventure. Like here's a tavern I can put in front of the players essentially. It's a really cool one for that.
And I was actually gonna kind of mention that too, where it's nice where like a lot of these aren't location specific. You can literally just put it anywhere. So it's super cool. But one of the first things that reminded me of Hobbiton. Actually, or
really?
Not Hobbiton, but also the whole Shire, pretty much. Is fireworks shows, the outdoor tables, and then the old tree, like right on the front page here. Obviously, the fireworks shows. This one, it says that every 2 weeks, a figure called Vanlith puts on a show of magical fireworks, and Vanlith is a wizard.
Yes.
So that's already like
there's a wizard.
Yep, that's Gandalf and his fireworks.
Gandalf fireworks, yeah. We got the reference there.
Except he doesn't come every 2 weeks. It's more like every 20 years. So.
Yeah, no, Tolkien's...
not 20 years, but like, you know
Tolkien's
what I mean.
take on time. Wow, that's a...
Well, it depends on, like, the race of Middle-earth.
Yeah.
Like, for elves, time is nothing.
But even so,
but for, like, humans and hobbits, it's like...
It's wild.
Yeah. But...
It's wild. What is time to Tolkien? It means very little to him.
He's still alive. In his books.
In his books. He's actually Tom Bombadil.
Yeah, he probably is. That's he put himself in the story. He's Tommy B.
Oh my god, I forgot I made that joke.
Yeah. Tommy B, and he's planting his seed.
Tommy B.
Yep. Another reference.
Tommy D. I'm sorry. I just got all came back to me.
Yeah, I know. Hey, check out Books and Baggins if you guys.
Yeah, Books and Baggins. We did the whole first book of
the first. Yeah, we did Fellowship of the Ring, and then we never returned.
Well, we'll be back. I mean, it took them how long to make the trilogy? It's going to take us probably as long, if not longer.
Yeah. The second reference that I got here, and this is still on the first page. The old tree, which is an awakened tree, and he sometimes calls himself Oakley.
Oakley? Like,
it's right there. It's Oakley.
Like the
glasses.
Oh yeah, yep. Literally like the glasses.
But that pretty much whenever he talks, sometimes he drifts off mid-sentence and he just kind of
forgets what he's talking.
And he also has that pretty low voice, and he trails off. And it's Treebeard.
It's true. It's awakened Treebeard. Beard.
Treebeard. Yes, awakened Treebeard. But I mean. Treebeard's already awakened.
No, it's Oakley. It's an original character.
This is Oakley. Okay. He's the awakened tree.
Yeah.
So, pretty cool. Another thing that also is another reference, and I'll stop reference for now to go into a different thing.
No.
But the is Burton Barleyman.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's almost very close to copyrighted right there.
See,
because it's Barliman Butterbur is the guy from Lord of the Rings, and that was close. But I'm like, but even like, hold on, I'm gonna see if I can get this on the video. Even the picture himself reminds me of him in Lord of the Rings.
Okay, yeah, like
it's awesome. No,
it's really cool. I love it. Yeah, it's really cool. It's obviously this is like a love letter to Tolkien and what he made essentially.
Yeah. So I just really like that. It's really cool. One thing that I really like about this is that the paintings that it has, it literally lists all of them.
Oh,
what it depicts.
Like in the tavern?
Yeah, in the tavern. Like they got a bunch of paintings, like just kind of hanging around.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hanging around.
Go on.
I don't know. I like that little detail.
Yeah.
Like if people are actually really curious about it, it's like It's right there. Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, just like little things like that can really like expand even a small space.
Would you like to describe one of your favorite descriptions or whatever,
goodness.
if you want? Kitty Interference Part 2?
I don't know. I think it's the ghost. There was one called Painting of a Goblin Town. I kind of like that, even though it's really short. Just says rows and rows of ramshackle buildings in a cave lit by dozens of torches. All Burton has to say about this painting is that goblins have terrible music.
That's such a random...
I know. I was just like, that doesn't do anything about what's happening, but sure, okay.
All right.
There's
kind of starting to paint Burton in a certain light here about goblins. I don't know. It's a little sus there, Burton.
Right. And then there's also more references, and here's like a list of like, the paintings that I think are referenced as well.
Oh.
Painting of a snowy mountain.
Okay.
Which is the Pass of Carriages from, the first.
That could be any snowy mountain.
I know, but it just reminds me of it. Painting of a dreary marsh, which could be
the
many
dead
marshes.
Yeah, so many marshes.
Dead marshes. Painting of a white tree, the white tree of Gondor.
I mean, have you've seen a white tree before? I know you've seen.
You've
seen birch trees.
Painting of a broody ranger, Aragorn.
Everybody's trying to be edgy these days, man. That's so 90s.
Painting of 9 adventurers, the Fellowship of the Ring.
I've seen big D&D parties.
Painting of an adventuring couple.
An adventuring couple.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like what?
This one says it's a painting of an outdoorsy human man with one hand, an elf noblewoman with a black cloak, and an excited hound. So that one wasn't really much of a reference, but I thought it was pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. It's a cool painting.
There are a lot of cool paintings.
Yes.
Let's see here. What else was there? Something else that I wanted to guide over. Oh yeah. Okay. So there's this guy called Treader. Not Strider. Treader.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, that's interesting, and he's actually a halfling ranger.
That's cool.
So that's kind of interesting, but he still gives the same vibe as Aragorn.
Treader.
Yeah. It's just like, yeah, of course there is.
I'm just imagining like if it was like some like displaced halfling who saw like Frodo.
Oh yeah.
and Aragorn and that whole interaction, he was just like looking at Aragorn and he's like,
yeah,
that's Strider.
That's Strider.
I want to be just like him.
I'm gonna be a different kind.
I'm gonna be a different kind of ranger, but I'm not gonna be a stock.
That means I gotta get a name for myself too.
What would I call myself? I guess
I can't name myself Strider.
No, it's already taken. I would never try to take his name. He's got that one on lock, So I guess Treader. Yeah, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I'm Treader.
Treader.
You gotta get all low and broody and gravelly. Take a pipe.
Hey man, I'm Treader.
I'm Treader.
What's the quest today?
Yeah.
I just thought it was really funny.
Maybe instead of like halflings, he finds like a group of humans.
And he's just like, I know what hunts you.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, dude.
Essentially.
Cool thing here, it has a menu. Show it again for audience.
Yeah,
menu.
It's really dope.
Really cool.
All these taverns have really cool menu options.
Each tavern has their own menu and their own like little image, I guess you could say.
Little like description of what the food is.
Yeah. The first one is
almost like a real menu.
What?
That's
the first one is boiled buttered taters.
Simple.
It's still just precious.
Simple, easy.
There's also elven bread.
Just elven bread. Elves make bread.
Yeah, lembas.
No, it's just bread.
Yeah, it's lembas.
But made by elves. It's bread, elf bread.
It's lembas. Yeah.
It's elf bread.
Yeah, lembas.
I'm really trying us to not get copyrighted here. There's so many.
We can talk about Lord of the Rings. That's fine.
All right.
One of the cocktails is called a Green Dragon Ale. It's straight up Green Dragon.
Well, yeah, Green Dragons are a part of the fantasy world.
They
exist.
And then there's grog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Grog. People drink grog.
Grog. Yeah.
Fantasy taverns.
Yeah.
Especially fantasy taverns.
Yes. And then there's a pretty much a list of like quests as well. Also, tavern guests. Some
like
of them
NPCs,
we went through NPCs.
Yeah.
Like we went through Shredder. Shredder, dude.
He's a I can't say Shredder though. That's a whole other. That's
no,
Ninja Turtle.
That's what I'm saying. It's Shredder, dude.
The Shredder. It's just like what if like a bard was named Shredder? That
would be perfect. Shredder the bard.
Yeah.
Wait, would you do it a halfling?
I don't know.
I feel like it'd be so cool.
It would be funny.
Hey, dude, I'm Shredder the halfling bard.
We'll see. I'll see what I come up with for that.
Now I want to make that.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That might be a future episode.
So, let's see here. Oh, yeah, okay, so there was a halfling thief, actually. And he pretty much makes, I guess he's...
I just wrote the name.
What? Milo? Undermound?
Undermound?
Yeah, Undermound instead of Underhill. Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying everything is referenced.
It's literally just a huge love letter to Tolkien.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Obviously, Van Lith, and she's called the Wandering Wizard.
The WW.
Yep.
V.
V.
The WWV.
Pamwell Cottonwool is a humble halfling, although I was trying to think of any Hobbit that they would be referencing, but I don't know.
I thought maybe Sam.
Yeah.
Samwell.
Well, I was thinking of Rosie Cotton, but
Well, Sam and Rosie.
What?
Samwell.
Well,
Cotton.
this is Pamwell.
Yeah, Pamwell.
Pamwell.
Cotton.
But it's Samwise.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Why did I think it was Samwell?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
know why. That's a whole other thing, though.
So the only thing I was thinking of is Rosie Cotton, because she's actually a humble halfling as well. So in the books, movies, all that. So
maybe that's something for Treader. Maybe Treader's just really shy.
Yeah, maybe
around Pamwell.
There's also Telenuk Rule, who is a half-elf writer, which is interesting.
Writer?
It says writer, yeah.
Like writer?
Yes. He's a linguist and a scholar.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Which is actually really cool.
We like that.
Is that just Elrond?
I was about to say.
He is half elven. So.
Yeah. He's a pretty smart guy.
Yes. And then there's Nithi, Dithi, and Glatha, the dwarven refugees.
Yeah.
Thorin, Feely, and Keely.
Yep. I got it. Yeah.
Yes. So, but yeah, that's the main guests that are in here. But
I thought about this joke too late.
Too late. All right. Well, now we get to the quests. Pretty much, these are all quests that you are able to go on. And on the book, it says no entry except on party business. So that's straight up.
I want that on my door.
I actually have.
Oh, you do have that. I forgot. Yeah. I'm like, where have I seen that? Actually,
yeah, it's right on the bedroom door.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's why I put it there. Except on party business.
Nope. Yeah. Anyway,
the first one is fresh meat, which is, you know what that one is?
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Yeah.
Why don't we get that meat?
What about that?
With my dead eggs. Daily nose.
I love that so much.
Just a bite.
Just a mouthful.
I was actually thinking the shark from Finding Nemo.
Just a bite.
Yeah.
Oh, remember, halflings are friends, not food.
Yeah.
I'm eating halfling tonight. It oddly works.
Yeah, I know.
It actually works really well.
Because this NPC here is called Ulgok, but there's actually the orc called Ugluk.
Ooh, I did not know that.
Yeah, and that's in Two Towers, and Ugluk is the one that I think he's the one from Mordor. I think he's the one. Pretty much when they're when they capture Merry and Pippin, and they do the
meat's back on the menu
thing like that.
Oh, he's one of those.
Ugluk is the guy who instigates the whole thing. He's the trouble.
Oh, the first one.
Yeah, he's the troublemaking orc. So this here, and then it says it right here. When the party returns to Ulgok with meat, I guess they have to go get the meat. The orc chef, not the chief.
I'm the kitchen chief.
The orc chef loudly proclaims, "Meat's back on the menu, boys!" This says it right there.
That's pretty cool.
Another one is an unexpected party.
So. Birthday?
Maybe.
That would make sense.
It would make sense. Either that, or it's just like, well, let's see here. It says, one evening, another dozen refugees arrived from the dwarven fortress of Khazd-dûm. Instead of...
Yeah. You can tell they were having fun running this.
Oh, for sure, yeah. It's pretty much a...
oh, wow.
Pretty much what happens in Bilbo's place. That's what this is.
No, gotcha.
They even made a little song.
Oh yeah, I did remember.
So actually, I'll read it. Actually, might as well. Okay. Right? Because it's fun.
Go ahead.
The Mountain King sat in his hall under the mountain dark and tall. A crown of gold sat on his head. Then came the dragon, fierce and red. No one sits on the empty throne in smoking silent halls of stone.
Oh,
not quite that.
I thought I was smoking.
Through travels hard and journeys long, we rest at last and share the song. So that's the song. I was like, really? A dragon?
Clap your hands.
Yeah. A dragon invading a dwarven kingdom.
Or something like that.
There's also riddles after dark instead of riddles in the dark, which is kind of funny. I like that. Because it says, once a week, Milo Undermount runs an event called Riddles After Dark. The event is played like a sort of trivia night. Milo reads riddles to an audience in the common area. Every participant writes down their answers on a scrap of parchment. Then Griffin and Carrie collect them. Players can try to answer the riddles themselves, or roll a DC 15 intelligence check for it. So on success, their character knows the answer, even if the player doesn't.
I feel like I don't even have like an average intelligence, like me personally, of 15.
You're like I don't know, but maybe my character does.
My whole thing is like very niche, specific things that I'm very knowledgeable about.
Yeah,
riddles like right over.
Another thing here is Dark Visitors, and I'll just read this here. Maybe you'll get it. A night or two after Riddles in the Dark, some strangers appear in the tavern. Two wights, wearing tattered black robes over their armor to hide their undead nature. One of them stalks up to the bar and demands in a deathly whisper, "Milo Undermount."
I mean,
Baggins isn't around here. He's up in Hopton.
I mean, that does sound like a fun little thing to run. To be honest,
it really
just like
does.
a little.
This whole thing.
Honestly, yeah, everything about like these are all like little like quests or things to do in the these all just sound really cool to do. Like, just for the fun of like anybody like into Lord of the Rings is just really gonna enjoy this.
They pretty much get to
this pie of delectables.
Yeah, they get to run the whole scene of Bree, pretty much. Bree. There's also the quest for Khazd-dûm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The whole journey up the mountain?
Yeah, pretty much. And then there's a Tower of Sorcery, which is basically Isengard. And, yeah, it is. But you know what? Actually, it's really funny. Let me find it. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Okay. Barad-dûr.
That is straight up the name Barad-dûr, isn't it?
Barad-dûr is the tower of Mordor. Like that's Sauron's tower is Barad-dûr.
Right. You're right. I did remember reading. Like, yeah.
But Barad-dûr himself is a charismatic and unusually tall, high elf. Yep. Wearing splint mail armor and carrying a mace.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Barad-dûr.
It's charismatic, huh?
Yeah. Promises the party that they will be generously rewarded if they bring him back his ring. But these promises are empty. Barad-dûr.
But they were all of them.
The tower,
but they were all of them deceived.
whatever his original plans were, he's abandoned them since Milo stole the ring from him. If asked what's so important about it, he exclaims, "Because it's mine and it is precious to me."
You want to know what this like tavern is really good for?
Yeah.
For players who don't really know too much about Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah.
But like it's a good way to kind of just like seed in a couple of like the thoughts and like references and ideas of like the movies and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is just like really good for that. I feel.
Yep.
Like.
And Milo is considered a halfling spy.
Oh really?
Yep. But that's pretty much everything that's in the Dancing Horse. I just wanted to go through it because so many references. The whole thing is a reference to Lord of the Rings.
That is really funny, actually. I didn't catch some of those references. Actually,
yeah, there were so many.
Oh my god.
But overall, with Taverns, that's kind of what it's all about. Is there's quests, there's specific characters. You can do certain quests if you really want to. You can talk to people.
I honestly do like that they give you like a whole bunch of NPCs for all these places to like run, because you could honestly run like a couple of sessions just within this tavern. Essentially.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, still get like a lot of bang for your buck there. And there's like, I don't know, like 12 taverns or something like that.
Yeah, there's
like a bunch.
quite a bit actually. Yeah. I forget. I think there is 12.
Was that like
17.
Oh, see, okay, there we go. I was like, there's no way I hit that nail on the head.
It was somewhere up there. It was double digits.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I knew it was double digits, but yeah, 17 is like a lot of content.
It is.
Lots of versatility.
Right, and this one's like just one of them. So I mean, like we spent like 20 minutes on this one, so I'm just like,
it's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, like I just really love the vibes of Taverns.
Like all the different ones. Yeah.
Like, what's your favorite thing about a tavern setting? Do you think?
I think a lot of these little moments where you actually get to like build out, not only just like set up like story hooks to like get like adventures going, but also like building up like town like lore.
Yeah.
And just like building relationships with NPCs with your players, because I feel like you could be going out on an adventure and stuff, doing like trying to get from point A to B to C and XYZ and all that shit. But like unless you're like it almost feels like you're kind of like pushing yourself to like race to the finish almost when you're like on an adventure, and a tavern kind of lets you just like have a moment to like slow down, socialize, and actually kind of like meet like interesting folk and peoples, and kind of let your DM just like do a bunch of voices and like have fun.
Yeah. That's fun.
Building out the interactions that way. Yeah. So I feel like that's what like is one of the really cool things about taverns. At least like the way they've built out this tavern too. There's just like so many references to Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
Like it's just like to enjoy, and like, even if you didn't know much, it's
still
still really cool and interesting in its own right. Yeah.
Because there's so many like diverse characters that you can meet.
It can be in one spot. Because like especially when you're running like a longer campaign, like the tavern isn't going to be like a big like mainstay a lot of the time. It's kind of just like a place for the players to like safely get a long rest, and maybe like a thing or two happens, and they have like a couple interactions. They eat, they leave.
Yeah.
And it's this. I feel like with this book, it does kind of help you to give them something to come back to after an adventure, maybe.
Yeah.
And then like you can kind of like develop more plot threads or stuff like coming from the tavern too.
Yeah. And it allows like the NPCs to actually be like woven into the story too.
And and then you'll
like
have
if they get remembered.
Yeah, like they get remembered, or you could maybe like have like one or two of them like join you.
Yeah. Yeah, like a call back and be like, "Hey, you remember this guy? He's back."
Yeah. That's what the nice thing about these little setting pieces are good for.
Yes, I love it. Yeah. I always love doing voices. I always like try doing voices. So like taverns are a great way for a DM to like explore different voices. Yeah,
because all manner of folk could be like just passing through.
Yeah, I like that.
Or even if you wanted to like have it be interesting too, turn it on its head and like have like less and less people for whatever reason. And I do believe that is a different tavern.
Oh, in this book.
In this book.
Oh, okay.
That I know I've done.
That there's like it's like an empty tavern, or like
it's like not so many, not so much hustle and bustle, but there's still like plenty of people you could talk to. It's just not as like packed.
Not as many visitors.
Yeah. And I think that one's the Poor Larry's that I did run that one.
Yeah.
In like one of our D&D games, our private home games, which was a lot of fun.
That was really cool. I
was having a lot of fun with it. I'm just like, these are like some interesting, like simple little like quests. Like I think one of them was just like you guys having to like try to like rustle up some chickens.
Yeah.
Like straight up, like go into a farm and like trying to hook up another guy with like a date.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was actually a lot of fun playing matchmaker.
I remember I did the Highwayman.
You made
that whole
like
bit
from
Over the Garden
Wall. Yeah. You made like a whole bit there. Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
Just one big reference. I'm the Highwayman.
Yeah. That was a fun one too.
But, yeah, so that's kind of what I guess overview of what taverns are.
Yeah, like at least one of them is
a little
in the book too,
right? Like just like as an example.
Yeah, as an example, because like if you really want to like get the full like package, you could probably just like check it out too.
Oh yeah,
and not that this is like a whole. Yeah. I guess this is just us saying like we really like the book.
This is a great book. Yeah. So if you see it,
we liked it. I use it. I would like to use it more in the future, and it's just like a really nice. Great product that I'm really happy I got.
Yeah, it's like one big review for.
Kinda. I guess that's what this is. I guess that's what this is. It's a review.
Good job, Elder Manzi.
And
you did good.
And the whole team over there.
And the whole team.
Really great. God, I really should look up this guy's name though. Like at least let me.
Oh, I don't know. Because it also says it was made also with forged with ghost fire.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's like the brand itself, or I don't know.
Runesmith. Why could I not remember your name? Runesmith. Jesus.
That sounds familiar. Actually, I probably stumbled across it.
You probably stumbled across a couple of his stuff.
Yeah.
He makes really good videos. I like his stuff a lot.
Yeah. There you go. He's a good job.
Good job, Runesmith. I really like your shit. I'm so sorry I forgot your name.
It's fine. You credited him. It's
in the end, I'm sorry, but I got you. But
yes.
Okay. Anyway, you guys, I think
anything else you like to add, or just?
I think that's it for me. Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Yeah.
We talked a great deal about.
Yeah.
That one tavern.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to because it's like we both know Lord of the Rings a lot.
Yeah.
And it's it's a good tavern to let people know this is what taverns are about. So.
Yeah. And if you don't know much about Lord of the Rings, check out our Books and Baggins episodes.
Yeah.
Because that's where we basically covered like the first book of Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah. We basically read each
chapter and like talked about it essentially and like compared it to the movie, which was a lot of fun. I think we should at some point get back to that.
Resume the two towers.
Yeah, get into the between two towers.
Yeah.
And see what we can find.
Exactly. That would be fun. I would like to return back to that.
Yeah. It has been a minute. So
it's been a long time. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. But yeah. Okay. Until then, you guys.
Until then,
we hope you are having
a good
lovely day.
Yeah, that too.
And that too. We were both right.
Yes, exactly.
And made good points. Wow, you're wearing a Lord of the Rings shirt. I just realized. Look at that.
I actually didn't even plan that either.
No.
This is what I wore to work.
You just that's just how you dress normally.
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of what I dress normally.
Yeah,
too,
I think
for
so.
the most part. Yeah.
Anything fantasy, I feel like both of us are just gonna be like, yeah, probably
something.
We're
in there
normally
somewhere.
drawn toward that.
It's in there somewhere. Yeah.
Anyway, stay tuned for another episode,
more content.
We'll continue to upload to YouTube now. Finally,
yeah. There's a visual component.
Now there's visual.
Oh my god!
So we are on YouTube, but also what other platforms are we on?
Oh yeah, we got Spotify, Castbox, Anchor. Apple Podcasts. Yep, there it is. Why am I forgetting the one I use?
I know, that's what I wonder sometimes. It's just like, which one do you use?
I mean, sometimes I just fuck around, but this time I was like, oh, wait, what was that other one for a second there?
Yeah. So that's what we're available on. So check us out and spread the word and fun stuff like that. We're actually close to 400 views on Anchor. Like, the whole Spotify Apple thing. Yeah, we're close to 400. I'm like, huh.
Well,
okay.
I guess that number's just going to keep growing.
I think it's either 400 or 300. But it's in the hundreds, which is ridiculous.
That's 3 digits, you guys.
That's
like 3 more digits than I anticipated.
Me too.
Is 0 considered a single digit?
Yeah.
Well, that's still a lot
more.
You're right. It is a number.
It's a whole number.
It is a whole number. That is a whole number.
Anyway, no more jokes. Okay. Bye, everybody. See ya.
Hasta la vista, baby.